Hello and thanks for joining us for this Friday morning edition of Newsbreak, coming to you from Seoul, South Korea. Filling in for Han-Dan this week, I'm Mark Broom. And we do have some breaking news for you. A European quake center is reporting a 5.3 magnitude earthquake has struck in North Korea. Some sources are saying 5.0 magnitude earthquake. This tremor was detected at around 9:30 a.m. South Korea time, about 30 minutes ago. That's 9 a.m. North Korea time, near the North Punggye nuclear test site. Now, this is the same location a quake was recorded before we received confirmation of the regime's fourth nuclear test back in January. Seoul-based Yonhap News Agency is quoting a South Korean official is saying it could be a fifth nuclear test. As yet, though, no official confirmation on that. If confirmed, though, this would be the regime's fifth nuclear test and second this year. Some government sources as well are saying that Pyongyang may have carried out this nuclear test, if that is actually what it was, to mark the anniversary of the establishment of the regime. But we will have more details on this breaking story throughout the day here on Arirang TV. Now, in the rest of the day's news, President Park Geun-hye is due for summit talks with the leader of Laos. South Korea is eager to forge stronger economic and political ties with the Southeast Asian nation. Given the socialist state's close ties with North Korea, a positive meeting could help Seoul in its drive to pressure Pyongyang over its nuclear and missile programs. Song Ji-son reports.
President Park's visit to Laos is the first by a South Korean leader. Seoul sat down with Laos President Bunyang Borachit on Friday and signed a number of MOUs reached during this official visit. Seoul will share its know-how for development and seek to ramp up economic cooperation with Laos, known locally as the Battery of Southeast Asia for its rich water resources. Before flying home, President Park will attend a business forum to help South Korean businesses enter the Laotian market. Reaffirming the socialist state's participation in reining in North Korea's nuclear ambitions will be another priority.
The two countries will evaluate their bilateral relations re-established in 1995. There will be in-depth discussion on politics, defense cooperation, trade, investment, energy, as well as regional issues, including North Korea.
Park will ask for greater international cooperation from this year's ASEAN chair in pressing North Korea on its nuclear threats while seeking to reinforce bilateral cooperation in a mutually beneficial way. Song Ji-son, Arirang News, Vientiane.
Now, the U.S. House of Representatives has adopted a resolution calling for greater trilateral cooperation between the U.S., South Korea and Japan to address the ever-increasing nuclear and missile threats from North Korea. Park Jong-hong has the details.
The swift and comprehensive resolution is seen to reflect Congress's strong will in dealing with North Korea's threats. The resolution says the House strongly condemns North Korea's nuclear tests, missile launches, and continued provocations, and reaffirms the importance of trilateral cooperation between Seoul, Washington, and Tokyo to counter North Korea's destabilizing activities and nuclear proliferation. It also says the House supports the deployment and coordination of advanced ballistic missile defense systems to the region. Introduced by Republican Matt Salmon back in March, the resolution also calls for expanding intelligence sharing. The passage came just a day after the House reopened following a summer recess. The resolution was fully endorsed by Ed Royce, chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. He said that with an ever more belligerent North Korea, the three-way partnership has never been more critical. Park Jong-hong, Arirang News.
The National Assembly is continuing its efforts to get to the bottom of the issues facing the nation's ailing shipbuilding and shipping firms. The two-day hearing that began on Thursday is investigating corruption at Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering, poor loan judgment by state-run banks, and Hanjin Shipping's slide into court receivership filing. Kang Man-soo, the former head of the state-run Korea Development Bank, and senior executives from Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering and Hanjin Shipping will be quizzed by lawmakers on this Friday. And we have some more news just coming in. The Bank of Korea has left its key interest rate unchanged at 1.25%. This marks the third straight month that the central bank has held the key rate steady after a surprise cut in June. The decision was widely expected as uncertainties loom over a possible rate hike in the US as well as the country's mounting household debt. But another rate cut is expected towards the end of the year after the BOK gauges the impact of the government's recent multi-billion-dollar supplementary budget as well as the fallout from the ongoing corporate restructuring drive. We'll have more details in our later newscasts. Now, Team Korea has gotten off to a golden start at the 2016 Paralympics in Rio. Jo Gi-sung won Korea's first ever gold in freestyle swimming, finishing the S4 100-meter race in a time of 1 minute and 23 seconds. He took a strong lead from the beginning, pulling away from the competition at the 25-meter point. Jo began swimming 8 years ago to treat his brain disability. Jo will participate in the 200-meter and 50-meter freestyle races, and the swimmer is aiming for double gold at the Games. Kim Soo-hwan scooped up Korea's first medal at this year's Paralympics, a bronze in the 10-meter air rifle standing SH1 category. He scored 181.7, coming third behind shooters from China and the UAE. The Korean shooter began training 2 years ago after a car accident in 2011 left him confined to a wheelchair. And before we go, just a reminder that a 5.3 magnitude earthquake has struck in North Korea. It came at quite a shallow depth and on a national holiday in North Korea, and there's a great degree of speculation it could be a nuclear test. We'll have more details on that story for you at noon Korea time. So until then, goodbye.